Biden administration wants to accelerate the green revolution with tougher emission standards, and industry sources say requiring that EVs make up at least 54% of automakers' new car sales by 2030, two-thirds of sales by 2032.
Running on a cleaner grid, making and inventing the technologies that are going to power the future.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all.
It's complete on the first floor, no extension, light smoke.
We do have a red in the garage. Engine compartment is smoking.
At 7:40 a.m. on Wednesday, January 10th, South Metro received a 911 call from a resident on South Mobile Street in Centennial reporting their garage on fire. Working smoke alarms in their house alerted them to the situation, and they saw that their electric vehicle in the garage was on fire. Upon arrival of Arapahoe County Sheriff deputies and South Metro firefighters, they observed a large volume of fire and smoke coming from the garage. An initial search of the home thankfully revealed that there was no one else inside the house, and thankfully the people who were inside safely evacuated without injuries. Once the fire was controlled, our firefighters determined that the lithium-ion battery pack inside the vehicle was still burning. That poses a great hazard and a great risk to everything around it, not only because of the risk of the fire spreading, but because the smoke that's coming off of the vehicle is very toxic. Once firefighters knew that an electric vehicle was involved, the hazardous materials team responded to the scene. Those apparatus are equipped with a specialized electric vehicle fire blanket, which is used to smother the fire. When the blankets arrived on scene, a South Metro Fire Rescue pickup truck was used to pull the burning electric vehicle out of the garage and onto the driveway, where it was safer and there was less of a risk of the house catching on fire as well. Under the protection of a charged hose line, our firefighters, in their full protective equipment and respiratory safety equipment, applied that blanket.
Cleanup efforts have been going on throughout the day. The Tesla caught on fire inside of the garage here. You're looking at video from overnight after firefighters got the car to the street. You can see them opening the Tesla's door and then flames shooting out. Plano Fire told me when they first got here, firefighters threw a tarp on the car to get it contained, then towed it from the garage to the street, where they continue to fight the blaze for hours. The department says the lithium battery used in Teslas and other electric vehicles was the challenge in putting the fire out. And at one point, firefighters had to lift the car up off the ground to hose down the battery compartment.
Take a look at the video again. Look at what's left behind. Almost nothing left of the car itself. The seats burned to ash. It was in the garage when it caught fire yesterday morning. It was about 8:30. The homeowner says her home is a total loss. News4JAX consumer investigative reporter Tiffany Salome joining us live outside that home in St. Johns County after speaking with the owners.
It's a pretty devastating scene here in this Nocatee neighborhood. You can see the car is still sitting in the driveway here, and their home is damaged beyond repair. They say they might have to rebuild this. And the homeowner says she wishes she never brought this car home.
Vishal Mala stood alongside firefighters. He was at a loss for words.
I don't know. I'm just speechless at the moment.
His Tesla, a skeleton of what it had been just hours before.
It's just like all gone. And I'm just so lucky to be alive at the moment, and I'm so glad that my family was not there.
He says he was on his way home. He'd been out running errands when the car started shaking.
I pull over to check and see if I have a flat tire or something. And the moment I opened the door, I saw smoke coming from the bottom.
The smoke, he says, quickly turned into large flames. He recorded them on his cell phone as fire crews let the car burn.
It's really difficult for firefighters to stand around and watch, whereas right now a lot of the research and studies say the best thing you can do is just let it burn. The issue with the electric vehicles is access to the batteries. The batteries are what are causing the enormous amount of heat buildup.
The car is about to be towed away. The battalion chief says, though, that once it's gone, someone will have to keep watching it. They have to make sure that those batteries don't reignite.
cargo ship carrying thousands of cars. One crew member was killed and others injured off the Dutch coast. Officials say the blaze could be burning for days. A salvage team is monitoring this situation. Authorities are concerned about oil or cargo from the vessel polluting the World Heritage Site.
Flames towered above the rig, but miraculously the driver managed to walk away unscathed.
That's on the freeway. Holy shit, that's a truck.
A B-double loaded with lithium batteries and dozens of litres of oil erupts in flames.
Holy
as a giant cloud of smoke billowed into the sky above Ardea.
I could see them from my house, which was about 10 kilometres away. I thought it was going to be a fatality for sure.
Oh my God.
En route from Sydney, the driver's 800-kilometre journey was plunged into chaos on the Western Ring Road around 6:30 this morning.
It's probably about 4 stories high. You could see the pallets on fire, red hot as well.
Just minutes from his destination, the driver spotted the flames and immediately pulled over, detaching the prime mover to limit the damage. Oil flooded across the road, that too issuing ferocious flames. It created traffic mayhem and sparked a grass fire as dozens of firefighters worked for more than an hour, dousing the flames in water and foam to bring it under control. The flames were so extreme, drivers say they could feel the intensity as they travelled past on the opposite side of the road.
Me drunk. You'll feel the heat coming off it.
Yeah, I can feel the heat.
Can you feel the heat?
Yeah.
It's radiant.
3 cities are involved in this call. It's Phoenix, Tempe, and Mesa. And you can see over here that it is just covered with personnel right now. They are responding to an EV semi-fire, as you guys have mentioned. So we're speaking to Todd with Phoenix Fire right now to kind of get us the latest info. What can you tell us at the moment?
So around 8:30 a.m., our crews were dispatched to 40th Street and Broadway for reports of a electric semi-fire. Our crews arrived on the scene and saw active smoke coming from a semi. At that point, they immediately balanced the assignment to a hazardous material.
And so right now we're seeing quite a bit of personnel. How many firefighters would you say are here right now?
So like you said, there are 3 different cities, Phoenix, Tempe, and Mesa. We probably have close to 50 firefighters working on scene right now.
Electric semi-truck caught fire near the company's headquarters in Phoenix, Arizona. This is the second such incident this week involving the firm's vehicles. Nikola's shares fell about 15% to 88 cents. And have dropped nearly 55% since the company announced a recall of all battery-powered electric trucks in August. The latest truck to catch fire was a pre-production unit undergoing battery fire investigation and testing. Nikola initially suspected foul play, but last month identified a coolant leak in a battery pack as the cause.
California is leading the charge when it comes to going electric. Last year, close to 19% of all California car sales were zero-emission vehicles. And here in the Bay Area, we're already starting to see some big trucks going electric too. California just declared war on pollution from large trucks and big rigs, getting EPA approval to require that half of all heavy-duty trucks sold in the state be electric by 2035.
Trucks make up just a tiny share of all the vehicles on the road in California, but create more than half of the harmful pollution.
And that pollution, according to the American Lung Association, hits specific areas especially hard.
It's a life-saving program that will reduce harmful pollution, save lives, prevent serious suffering throughout California, and especially in lower income communities and communities of color who are most at risk due to nearby heavy-duty truck traffic.